Hey, real question before anything else. When was the last time a speaker actually made you stop what you were doing and just listen? That's the feeling that hits you the first evening you use the Era 100. This is for the kind of person who can tell when audio feels incomplete. You don't want something that just fills space, you want something that shapes it. You notice when vocals sit flat, when instruments lack warmth, when your setup sounds thin instead of present. Before you imagine it sitting on your shelf, take a moment to check the current price and stock. Smart wireless speakers in this class don't always stay quietly priced or available for long. You know the moment I'm talking about, the time you played a track you've heard 100 times and still realized something was missing. That low end that never quite landed. The detail you never really heard until now. That's when you knew your old speaker wasn't doing the music justice. Once you switch to this, something changes immediately. The space around you feels more intentional. Voices and instruments don't just come out of the speaker, they feel like they're in the room with you. There's weight, depth, and warmth that your previous setup simply didn't deliver. Music feels alive. Podcasts feel closer, clearer, more human. Even casual background listening feels richer and more engaging. You don't chase the volume control anymore because it's not about louder, it's about better. That sense of performance doesn't shout, it settles. The intelligent tuning makes everyday listening feel effortless and right. Once you experience that kind of balance, going back to ordinary audio feels flat and flatlining. If you're thinking about waiting on price shifts or stock swings, think again. These kinds of speakers tend to get reabsorbed into demand fast, and hesitation often turns into regret when you look back a few weeks or months later. Maybe you wonder if a single speaker can really fill space. That doubt evaporates faster than you expect. The strength here isn't raw power, it's clarity and character. Your tracks suddenly have room to breathe, and quiet passages feel purposeful instead of thin. One surprise benefit is how natural voice control becomes. Alexa built-in doesn't feel like a gimmick. It becomes second nature. Asking for music or information becomes part of how you live with the speaker, not just talk at it. Owning this feels intentional. You don't show it off, you feel it. Every time you consider something cheaper, you remember the flat mids, the dull lows, the missing detail you learned not to live with. Sound feels richer and fuller, vocals come alive, clear and warm, every track gets detail you missed. Setup feels elegant, effortless, not for party level bass. Alexa may need setup time eventually. You stop comparing specs and start trusting what your ears already want. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you almost made and then look back on wishing you had. If it's available and the price feels right, go for it. You'll hear the difference every time you play something you love.